Hello everyone, welcome back to Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya. My dear students, my name is Kiran and I am your botany faculty at Infinity Learn. I'm back with another amazing interesting session, my dear students, on PYQ, and this time we will solve important PYQs previously asked question from chapter number 3 of your 11th class NCERT biology textbook, and the chapter name is Plant Kingdom. Very important for you, my dear students, very important. So join as fast as possible and share the session too, so that everybody, all your friends, can also be benefited with this. Now, before starting the session, my dear students, I would love to say, till now, if you haven't subscribed to Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya YouTube channel, do consider subscribing us and also hit the like button. Next, my dear students, before starting the very first question, I would love to tell you the weightage of different topics that are covered under this particular chapter, Plant Kingdom. So if I talk about the topics, students, it's algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, angiosperms and plant life cycle. Now please note, my dear students, in the history of NEET, that is from 2013 to 2021, till date, roughly 15 questions has been asked from algae. So very important. This is very important topic, right? Next, if I talk about bryophytes, my dear students, roughly 2 to 3 questions. If I talk about pteridophytes, in pteridophytes, roughly 5 questions, gymnosperms 9 questions, angiosperms almost 0 questions, my dear students, because most of the questions from angiosperms are asked from chapter number 2, class 12, that is sexual reproduction in flowering plants. I hope everybody is understanding that. And all that is covered in angiosperms in chapter number 3 is almost everything is covered in chapter number 2, class 12, sexual reproduction in flowering plant. That is why almost 0 question. And from your plant life cycles, roughly 2 question. So to sum up all, the most important topic for your coming NEET 2022 from Plant Kingdom is algae. Second most important is gymnosperms. Then if you have even more time to revise, then go for pteridophyte, bryophytes and plant life cycles. So this is how you should allocate your time while doing the revision. Most important topics are algae and gymnosperms. I hope this makes sense. And also, one more important thing that you need to note is, in the latest NEET exam of 2021, 5 questions were asked from Plant Kingdom. Yes, my dear students, it's very important. 5 questions were asked from a single chapter. Isn't it like a big number? Single chapter and 5 questions. If I talk about the stats to be specific, from algae 3 questions were asked, from bryophyte 1 and 1 from pteridophyte. I will definitely show you in this class what were they. Now let's start with the very first question, and I will really appreciate if you will participate in the session too. Now let's start with the very first question, and remember, these questions are going to be topic wise. First I'm going to give you all the questions related to algae. We are going to practice that. Then bryo, pterido, gymno and plant life cycles. So this is the very first question that is coming on your screen. Let me read out the question for you, my dear students. Which of the following algae produce carrageen? Please note, as I told you, my lovely kids, 3 questions were asked from algae in the latest NEET 2021, and this is the first one. Which of the following algae is producing carrageen? Carrageen is a hydrocolloid, my dear students. It's a hydrocolloid substance. So it is obtained from which type of algae? Any guesses? Any guesses, my lovely kids? Yes, it is obtained from red algae. And please do not get confused. There are 2 types of hydrocolloids that are obtained from algae. From red algae it is carrageen, and from brown algae it is algin. and NTA has repeatedly asked these questions, or I should say rather, NTA has repeatedly asked question on this single fact that algin is obtained from brown algae and carrageen from red algae. So multiple times you will observe in this session that either as a single question, individual question, or many a times as one of the option NTA has used this information. This is very important and generally students forget that and confuses it. So I hope after this session you are not going to confuse it. So this is an example of a red algae from which this carrageen is obtained. Next question. Again, as I told you, 3 questions were asked. That was the first question, and this is your second question that was asked in NEET 2021. Hello Sunil, good afternoon. Now, which of the following algae contains mannitol as a reserve food material? So please notice, my dear students, when it comes to a reserve food material known as mannitol or even laminarin, so brown algae, or rather I should say members of brown algae, stores their food in form of mannitol or laminarin. So can you tell me out of which? Now NTA has played a little over here in this question. They have not given directly the option as red, brown, green, blue, anything like that. Rather they have given examples of algae that are included under these categories. So let's see which of the following is a brown algae. So let's talk about Eulothrix first. Eulothrix is a green algae. Ectocarpus. This is, my lovely kids, Ectocarpus. This is Ectocarpus. This is how it looks like. It's a simply branched brown algae. Next, Gracilaria. Gelidium and Gracilaria are red algae, kids. Next, let's talk about Volvox. So what is Volvox? Volvox is a colonial green algae. It's a colonial green algae. So if you notice which of the following is a brown algae, only Ectocarpus, and that's your right answer. So in Ectocarpus, food is stored in form of mannitol. I hope, yes. I am unable to pronounce your name. What exactly is your name? Bardaval is your name? Is that so? Please help me in pronouncing your name correctly. If this is not your name, do let me know what exactly your name is. Okay, let's see the next question, my dear students. Again, very important question. This question is based on Cara, and I would like to mention this point over here that in the history of NEET exam, in the history of NEET exam, and what do I mean by history? From 2013 when it started to 2021, that's the latest one, 4 times NTA. Okay, your name is Savita. Thank you. You saved me, Savita. Okay, so in the history of NEET, at least 4 times question has been asked on Cara. Yes, so Cara is that important for you, right? So Cara is that important for you. So please understand, my lovely kids, when it comes to Cara, what you need to remember is first, Cara is this is how a beautiful Cara look like. This is how a beautiful Cara look like, and as you can see, it is a green algae. As you can see, it is a green algae. Now the interesting point over here is, that this green algae, the name of this green algae Cara is mentioned in your NCERT in chapter number 3. But whether Cara is a monoecious plant or a dioecious plant, this information is given in chapter number 1, class 12, that is reproduction in organism, and that too in one of the image it has been mentioned, right? So please remember, after this class you should not forget this, and always remember, do not repeat this mistake. If you were not knowing this, then this is the right time, and do not forget it until your exam at least, right? So Cara is a green algae. Second, Cara is a monoecious plant. What is Cara? Cara is a monoecious plant. Now if you ask me, ma'am, what is a monoecious plant? Monoecious plant is the one where male and female reproductive organs are present on same plant body. Right? So what is a monoecious? So Chara is your monoecious plant where both male and female reproductive organs are present on the same body. And the position is also important. NTA has asked several times question on the position. So the position is female reproductive organ is present above and male is present below. So let's see which of the following plant is monoecious. Right answer is Chara. And this question was asked in the latest NEET 2021. Now let's see. Now what is this? This is again your Chara. And what I have done over here, I have actually zoomed out one of the branch of Chara. So if you zoom out one of the branch of Chara, or I can say like this also, this is your NCERT image. This is your NCERT image given in image. It is given actually, my dear students, in chapter 1, class 12. This is the image, right? And here if you see, this is one of the branch of Chara, and here if you can see, my dear students, what is this? This is the female reproductive organ, also known as nucul. A special name is given to that, and this is the male reproductive, and this is the male reproductive organ, also known as globule. So that's the position. Is that clear, my kids? Chalo, let's see the next question then. Floridian starch has structure similar to. So Floridian starch, one of the algae, in one of the groups, my dear students, members of algae store their food in form of Floridian starch. Now I can give you a hint also if you are unable to get it. It is actually, my kids, red algae. Members of red algae will store food in form of Floridian starch. Now the question is, what Floridian starch looks chemically or structurally similar to? Anyone? Any guesses? Any guesses, Savita? Give it a try, my lovely kid. What do you think is the right answer? Come on, the maximum I can expect you in this class is trying. If you won't try right now, I won't be able to help you. So if you want me to help you, you need to help yourself first by trying at least. But I can give you this confirmation that if you're going to try over here, if you get it right, excellent. If you get it wrong, you will never ever get it wrong again. But for that, at least try. Okay, so Savita has tried. Second option, yeah, that's perfectly correct. Floridian starch has structure similar to amylopectin and glycogen. Excellent, Savita. Next question is, Sunil, you got to remember it. It's not mannitol or algin. It is amylopectin and glycogen. I hope you will not repeat this. Yes, excellent. Next question. Next question. This is your next question. Which of the following pair is of unicellular alga? Question was asked in NEET 2020. Any guesses? Any guesses, kids? Yeah, Savita, Sunil, give it a try, my kids. Give it a try. Give it a try. Come on. Savita, I'm waiting for your reply, my lovely kid. Give it a try. Hello Amit, very warm welcome in this session. Excellent. The answer is 4. Chlorella and Spirulina. Chlorella is, my dear students, green alga. It's a green alga. But if I talk about Spirulina, it's BGA, blue-green algae. Right? Both are unicellular. Please remember this. Next question. An example, and both are used by astronauts in the spaceship. They are a good source of protein. An example of colonial algae, give it a try. An example of colonial algae is, this question was asked in NEET 2017. Come on guys, give it a try. Everybody, Everybody, Amit, Savita, Sunil, कोशिश कीजिए, try. Don't worry whether your answer is going to be right or wrong. It doesn't matter when it is a practice session. Okay, you're trying it. Excellent, excellent, excellent. That's right. Volvox is a colonial algae, and this is how your beautiful Volvox looks like. It's a green alga, and in fact, it is colonial. That what does colonial means? That this algae exists in form of colonies. So this is the parent colony. This is your parent colony of Volvox, and these are actually the daughter colonies. What are these? These are daughter colonies, right? And also remember, the colony of Volvox is motile because the cells that are present in it are flagellated. So please remember this, right? Next question. Get ready for the next question, and here it comes. Which of the following statement is wrong? So remember, when such questions are asked, you need to be cool, you need to be calm, don't be impatient, read each and every statement nicely, right? Sometimes you need to study or read all the 4 statements, so just don't be in hurry. And also remember, please notice whether you are asked to find out the right or the wrong one. So this time you are asked to find out the wrong one. Wrong one. So till now, if you haven't subscribed to Infinity Learn, do consider subscribing and giving a thumbs up. Okay, so you guys are saying B. Algin is obtained from red algae. That's absolutely incorrect, right? Remember, I told you that several times NTA has used this information in the questions. Algin is obtained from brown algae, and carrageen is obtained from red algae. So this is incorrect. This is incorrect. Let me read out the other statements as well. This question was asked in NEET second phase 2016. Algae increases the level of dissolved oxygen in the immediate environment. Yes, because they are responsible for photosynthesis. Agar-agar is obtained from Gelidium and Gastrellia. That's right. It is used as a medium. Laminaria and Sargassum are used as food. They are members of brown algae. That's absolutely correct. Excellent, Savita and Amit. Next question. This question was asked in NEET 2015, although the exam got cancelled, but question is a question. Question is a question. So which of the following statement is wrong? Again, NT is asking to find out the wrong or incorrect statement. Come on guys, give it a try. Read all these statements and let me know what do you think, which one is incorrect. Come on. Which one is incorrect? Any guesses? Yeah, try this one. So yes, I think you guys are trying to give the answer. Let us read all the statements. Chlorella and Spirulina use as space food. I told you NTA has the habit of repeating question. So already a question was asked on this one. Again, the NTA has used this information as one of the statement. So that is why PYQs are very, very important. You should give equal importance to your PYQs, the one that you give to equally to what you give to your teachers. They actually tell you what to study and what you can avoid. So Chlorella and Spirulina, that's correct. Mannitol is stored food in Rhodophyceae. This was already asked in one of the previous question of NEET, my dear students, by NTA. And we know that mannitol is a stored food. Mannitol or laminarin is in brown algae. That means Phaeophyceae, not Rhodophyceae. Brown algae or Phaeophyceae. So this one is incorrect. Algin and carrageen are products of algae. That's correct. Agar-agar is obtained from Gelidium and Gastrellia. Again, the question was repeated. So the statements are repeated. Next question. Male gametes are flagellated in. Any guesses over this? Come on guys, give it a try. Any guesses on this? Yeah, that's right, Savita. I appreciate that. So male gametes are flagellated in brown algae. Remember, there are two flagella, laterally attached, unequal. So, which of the following is a brown algae? Only Ectocarpus is a brown algae. Spirogyra is a green algae. Polyzophonia is actually, this is actually a Monniron, Anabena, and Polyzophonia is a red algae. Good, excellent. Next question. Which of the following is wrong about Kara? I told you 4 times NTA has asked question on Kara. That's probably the second time we will be doing it. So what do you think? Now this question is about the position of the reproductive structures present on a branch of Kara. Any guesses on this? I've already given you explanation. I already told you how to get this answer. Come on guys, tell me what you think is the right answer to this question. Any guesses? Upper antheridium. So they are saying wrong statement first of all. Upper antheridium and lower oogonium is incorrect because antheridium is actually present on the lower side. That means it is the male reproductive organ, and oogonium is the female reproductive organ. It is actually present on the upper side. That's absolutely correct. That's absolutely correct. Let's see the next question now. Which of the following shows isogamy with non-flagellated gametes? Which of the following show isogamy with non-flagellated gametes? And remember my dear students, even this question got repeated multiple times. At least 4 times NTA has asked this question. The answer is definitely Spirogyra, and NTA is actually in love with this question. NTA asked, just like Kara, they also like this question. They have repeated at least 4 times about reproduction and the gametes that are produced in Spirogyra. Please remember, Spirogyra reproduces sexually via isogamy, and the gametes are non-motile or non-flagellated in nature. Excellent. Please remember this. Next question. Yeah, again, as I told you, again the question was repeated in 2013. Isogamous condition with non-flagellated gametes are found in. Yeah, the answer is again Spirogyra. Again the monoecious question. So why am I keeping the same question again and again on the, not same question, but I'm keeping the similar question on the slide because I want everybody in the class, also who's going to see the recording, to realize that NTA has the history of repeating question. The same question that was asked by NTA in the previous year has a very higher probability to be asked again in your coming NEET 2022. So at least the questions, the facts, the information on which NTA has already asked question in the previous history of NEET, you should be acquainted with that, you should know that, you should remember that. So if something like this get repeated, you should never ever lose marks there. So monoecious plant of Kara show occurrence of what? It show upper antheridium? No. Upper oogonium? Yes. Upper oogonium and lower antheridium on the same plant. It's monoecious. Right guys? Yeah. Next question. Which of the following is wrong? So see, again the question is on Spirogyra. So which of the following is wrongly matched? Spirogyra, no. Motile gametes? No. Spirogyra has non-motile gametes. Spirogyra show isogamous type of sexual reproduction with the help of non-flagellated, non-motile gametes. Right guys? Will you remember this? Will you ever forget this now? Savita, Amit, Sunil, will you ever forget this? Please let me know in the chat box. Will you ever forget this? Come on. Okay, next question then. This question was asked in NEET 2018. Which one is wrongly matched? Which one is wrongly matched? Any guesses on this? Come on, give it a try. Any guesses on this one? Any guesses on this one? Come on, give it a try. Any guesses on this question? Okay, so uniflagellated gametes in Polyzophonia. Polyzophonia is a member of red algae, and everybody should remember about red algae. That is, in members of red algae, in the life cycle of red algae, flagellated or motile stage is not seen. Right? So definitely members of red algae reproduces sexually via oogamous mode, but the gametes are non-motile. Will always. Thank you. Sunil for stating that. So this is wrong. They do not have, they have non-motile gametes. Is this clear, everybody? Is this much clear, everybody? So these were the important questions, my dear students, NTA has asked in the history of NEET from algae. Now let's check out those 2 to 3 questions that NTA has asked in the history of NEET from bryophytes. Very less are there. First one is related to Gummy, and this, as I told you, one of the question was asked in NEET 2021, and this is it. Gummy are present in, Gummy are actually, they are buds type of a structure, or you can say they are asexual structures. They are asexual structures formed in bryophytes, you already know, because we are talking about bryophyte questions. So your question, the NTA is expecting you to tell that which of the following, out of the 4, in which of the following Gummy will be produced. Any guesses? Gummy will help in doing asexual reproduction in some of the liverworts. Right, guys? Is this clear? Excellent. Next question. Which of the following is responsible for peat formation? Which of the following is responsible for peat formation? Any guesses? Any guesses? Which of the following is responsible for peat formation? Any guesses? Which of the following is responsible for peat formation? Okay. The answer is sphagnum. Sphagnum is a type of a moss under bryophyte, and it produces peat, which has been used for a very long time as a source of fuel, my dear students. Right? Excellent. So the answer is sphagnum. Please remember this. So these are the only questions that I would like to discuss about bryophyte, and that has been asked in history of NEET. So what did you learn from that? That means most important topic is algae and less important topic is bryophyte. Next questions are from Teridophyte. There will be 4 to 5 questions that I will discuss that came in the history of NEET exam. So let's see what are the important questions from Teridophytes. First question, and as I told you, one of the question was asked in NEET 2021. So genera like Selaginella and Salvinia produces 2 kinds of spores. Such plants are known as, I don't think so you can expect anything easy than this from Teridophyte. Anything easy than this from Teridophyte from NTA. So you will call such plant species as heterosporous because they will produce 2 types of spores, macrospores and microspores. Macrospores and microspores. Next question. Strawberry cones are found in. This question was asked in NEET 2020. Come on guys, any guesses? Strawberry cones are found in. Any guesses? Strawberry cones are found in. Everybody. एल्गी में से क्वेश्चन आएगा ही आएगा अमित, बिल्कुल सही सोच रहे हैं आप, आएगा ही आएगा. 3 क्वेश्चन आया पिछली बार नीट 2021 में, तो 1-2 तो आएगा ही आएगा, ज़्यादा नहीं तो. Yes guys, okay, that's perfectly correct. So the answer is equisetum. Strawberry are what, my dear students? So in some of the members of Teridophyte, the sporophylls. What are sporophylls? Those special leaves, also known as reproductive leaves, on which sporangia will be present, and inside sporangia spores will be developed. So in some of the Teridophytes like equisetum, like Selaginella, what will happen? These sporophylls will compactly arrange and form a structure known as strawberry or strawberry cones. Please remember this. Next question. So this is how your beautiful equisetum look like. Next. And one more thing. This is your strawberry cone. यही है आपका strawberry cone और ये है आपका सुंदर सा equisetum. Right? Next question. This was asked in NEET Phase 1 2016. Bryophytes and Teridophyte transport of male gametes require. So remember, my dear students, when it comes to bryophyte, when it comes to Teridophyte, male gametes are actually motile, but they need a medium so that they can reach to the female reproductive organ and fuses with the female gamete to form zygote. So what is the most commonly used medium or the medium that is used to transport male gamete is? Come on guys, tell me. Any guesses? Very common question and also from NCERT it is. Not wind actually, it is water and it is also given in NCERT, my dear. It is given in NCERT also. Please remember this Amit. What about Savita? B और C में confusion आज के बाद नहीं होना चाहिए Amit. You should not ever get confused after this session. Right Amit? Yeah. Chalo, let's see the next one then. Yeah, so these were the only few questions that NTA asked from Teridophyte. Teridophyte is a bit more important than Bryophyte, but the most important one is algae and the second most is Gymnosperms that I am going to show you. What are the important questions NTA asked from the Gymnosperms? The first question, this was asked in NEET 2018. Select the correct statement. Which of the following statement is correct? Any guesses? Any guesses? Amit, Savita, Sunil, any guesses guys? Which of the following statement is correct? Come on, give it a try at least. Give it a try at least. Yeah, so let me read out then the statements for you. Ovules are not enclosed by ovary wall in gymnosperms. That's absolutely correct because flowers are not produced in gymnosperms, so there will be no ovary. Ovules will be exposed to the atmosphere in the environment, and because there is no ovary protecting the ovules, hence the seeds that are formed after fertilization will also be naked. So that's correct. Flagellana is heterosporous, Salvinia is homo. No, even Salvinia is also heterosporous. So this is wrong. Horsetails are gymnosperms. No, horsetails are pteridophyte, my kids. They are pteridophytes. Stems are usually unbranched in both Cycas and Cedrus. No, stems is unbranched in Cycas, but when it comes to Pinus or Cedrus, they are branched. And this is given in NCERT, nothing outside NCERT. Next question, this was asked in NEET 2017 guys. Select the mismatch. Select the mismatch. So which of the following is mismatch? Late answer पहुंच रहा है आपके पास. Yeah, actually थोड़ा lag होता है live में, YouTube live में. Yeah, I can understand that Amit, even this is my problem too. But that's okay. What matters Amit is, and Savita and Sunil, that you are at least providing the answers and your answers are correct. So you should appreciate yourself. Yeah. So the answer is mismatch, incorrect. I think you are giving answer according to the correct one. Read the question once again. You are supposed to tell me mismatch. Would you like to correct your answer? Amit, Savita? Would you like to correct your answers guys? Okay then, let me help you. Cycas is dioecious because there are two different plants, male and female in this. Salvinia is heterosporous, Equisetum is homosporous, but Pinus is not dioecious. So this is the right answer because this is the mismatch. Pinus is monoecious. Pinus is monoecious. Right? Yeah, good. Next question. Next question. Conifers are adapted to tolerate extreme environmental condition because of broad leaves, broad hard leaves, superficial stomata, thick cuticle and presence of vessels. That's a good question. Yeah, that's right Amit. What about this question? Any guesses for this question? Any guesses for this question guys? Any guesses for this question? Conifers are adapted to tolerate extreme environmental conditions because of, come on, because of. So the answer is actually, it's because of thick cuticle. Thick cuticle, if there is presence of thick cuticle, so water will not evaporate so easily in form of vapors from the surface of the leaves, which is very much required when there is extreme condition outside. Next question. This was asked in NEET Phase 1 2016. Select the correct statement. Select the correct statement. So let me help you out in that. Sequoia is one of the tallest tree, and as you can see, this is a giant sequoia. They are so tall. So if you happen to stand over here, I don't think so you'll be able to cover more than this much area, and that is also like a very tall person, for very tall person. So they are that tall, right? And I have not even shown the entire length. So sequoia are very tall. So sequoia is one of the tallest trees, correct. The leaves of gymnosperms are not well adapted, that's wrong. Gymnosperms are both homo and hetero, no. All gymnosperms and all gymnosperms and angiosperms are heterosporous. Salvinia, ginkgo and pinus, all are gymnosperms. Do you think so? No. Salvinia is a pteridophyte. This is also wrong. Next question. Yeah, that's right. In which of the following gametophyte is not independent and free living? In which of the following gametophyte is not independent and free living? Yeah, that's a good question, and I want everybody to try this. Savita, Amit, please try this question. Savita and Amit, please try this question. Please try this question. Gametophyte is not independent, free living in. Amit and Savita, please try this question, my lovely kids. Yeah, that's right, Amit. It's pinus. Why? Because if you say Pteris, Funaria, what are they? Pteris, okay, no, I should not write like that. Give me a moment. So Pteris is your pteridophyte. And if I talk about Markentia and Funaria, they are bryophyte. If I talk about pinus, it's gymnosperm. So if you notice, my lovely kids, in bryophytes, the main plant body is gametophyte. So definitely gametophyte is going to be dominant, free living, independent, existing. In pteridophyte, the main plant body is sporophyte, but gametophyte, my dear students, especially in the homosporous species, is independent and free living. But when it comes to pinus, when it comes to gymnosperms and angiosperms, gametophyte is born and develops on the parent sporophytic body. It does not have its independent free living state. Excellent, Savita. Azim and Amit. Azim, today you are late, my lovely kid. Today you are late. What happened? Why are you late today? Next question. This question is a lengthy question asked in 2015, although the exam got cancelled, but question is question. Read the following 5 statements from A to E and select the option with all correct statement. You have to find out how many statements are correct in this. Come on, give it a try. You need to find out how many statements are correct in this. Everybody, give it a try, my lovely kids. Give it a try. Azim, Savita, Amit, please give it a try. Come on, try this one. Try this one, guys. A option is correct. Yeah, that's right. Let me see that. So mosses and lichens are the first one to colonize a bare rock. Yes, they help in succession. That's right. Flagellana, okay, that means A is right. Flagellana is a homosporous pteridophyte. Do you think so? No. Flagellana and Salvinia are heterosporous. Heterosporous. So this is wrong. Coralloid root in cycas has VAM. No. Coralloid roots in cycas has BGA like Annabena. What is VAM? VAM stands for vesicular arbuscular mycorrhiza. It's a symbiotic association between a Phycomycetes fungi and angiospermic plant root. So it's not found in cycas. Cycas has BGA. Coralloid roots in cycas has BGA. So main plant body in bryophyte is gametophyte, whereas in pteridophyte it's sporophyte. That's absolutely correct. In gymnosperms, male and female gametophyte are present within the sporangia located on sporophyte. So this is the statement that is taken from this question. That statement is influenced from this question, if you note, and that's how NTA utilizes its previously asked questions, right? So in gymnosperms, male and female gametophyte do not have independent free existence because they are developed on the parent sporophytic body. Ma'am, please explain VAM. I've done that. If you did not understand, please let me know in the chat box. So how many are correct? A, D and E are correct. Excellent. Excellent. Next question. Which of the following is wrong? Azim, Amit, Savita, which of the following statement is wrong? Any guesses on this one? Which of the following statement is wrong? Come on, give it a try, my lovely kids. Which of the following statement is wrong? Any guesses on this? Any guesses on this? Any guesses on this? Okay, then let me try this for you. Haploid endosperm is typical feature of gymnosperm. That's right. In gymnosperms, my dear students, endosperm is actually a pre-fertilization structure. Hence, it is not going to be triploid, rather it is going to be haploid. But in angiosperms, endosperm is a post-fertilization structure and it is produced by a fusion of 3 gametes, 1 male gamete and 2 polar nuclei. So that's right. Brown algae have chlorophyll A, C and fucoxanthin. That is also right. Archegonia are found in bryophyte, pteridophyte and gymnosperms. That's absolutely correct. And mucor has biflagellated zoospores. No, mucor actually reproduces asexually via aplanospores, which are actually non-motile in nature. I hope you get that. So that's why this is the wrong one. Next question. Statement. Read all these statements and tell me how many of them are correct. Read all the statements and how many are correct. Read the following and let me know how many are correct. Yes? Let me read out for you. In liverwort, mosses and ferns, gametophyte are free living. So yes, whether it is these both are examples of bryophyte and fern is a pteridophyte. In all, gametophyte is free living. Gymnosperms, so this is A is actually correct. Gymnosperms and some ferns are heterosporous. That's also right. All the gymnosperms and some of the ferns like my dear Selaginella salvinia, they are heterosporous. That's also right. Sexual reproduction in Fucus, Volvox and Albugo is of O-gamous type. This is also correct. Sporophyte in liverwort is more elaborate than mosses. This is actually incorrect because if you note, this is from NCERT, my lovely kids. Sporophyte in liverwort, no. Sporophyte in mosses is actually more elaborate than that in liverworts. Next, both Pinus and Marchantia are dioecious. Again wrong. Marchantia is dioecious. There's a male Marchantia thallus, there's a female Marchantia thallus, but in Pinus it is monoecious condition. Both reproductive organs are present on the same plant body. So this is also wrong. So how many are correct? Just 3 are correct out of 5. Yeah, right. Excellent. Savita, Azim, Amit. Next question. What is common in all three, Funaria, Dryopteris and ginkgo? Remember, now let me tell you, this question is also influenced by one of the previous question. See, read this one. This one. Archegonia are found in bryophyte, pteridophyte and gymnosperm, right? On the same question, NTA made that question. On this statement, NTA made that question. See this. What is common in Funaria, Dryopteris and ginkgo? Funaria is an example of a bryophyte. Dryopteris is an example of a pteridophyte. And ginkgo is an example of a gymnosperm. So instead of writing bryophyte, pteridophyte, gymnosperm, NTA smartly did what? He used the same question. Right, my dear students, it's the same question, but they have just used the statement. They meant the statement. They did just little bit changes over here. So this is how, and this is why, you should practice all the PYQs, and you should be acquainted with every information concept that was that was on which NTA has already asked question. So what is common in Funaria, Dioptis and Ginkgo? It is presence of archegonia. Let's talk about the other options, my lovely kids. Well developed vascular system. So if you notice, well developed vascular system is absent in bryophytes. Independent gametophyte is absent in gymnosperms, right? And independent sporophyte is actually absent again in Funaria. They have dependent. The gametophyte is dependent over the sporophyte is dependent over the gametophyte when it is the case of Funaria or bryophyte. Is this clear, everybody? Is this much clear? Clear? Any doubt in this one? Any doubt in this one? Hey, any doubt in this one? So can we move to the next question then? So these were the questions, my lovely kids, NTA asked in the history of NEET from gymnosperms. Remember, roughly 9 questions are asked from gymnosperm. That is the second most important topic in plant kingdom. And there are just 1 or 2 questions that were asked by NTA in NEET exam from plant life cycle, and let's see what are those questions. First question. It's about zygotic meiosis. This question was asked in NEET 2017. Zygotic meiosis is a characteristic of, any guesses? Zygotic meiosis is a characteristic of, any guesses? Any guesses, kids? Any guesses? Zygotic meiosis is a characteristic of algae. Why? Because algae, most of the members of algae follows haplontic life cycle where zygote does not get converted or do not develops into embryo. Rather, as soon as zygote is developed, it undergoes meiosis. So zygotic meiosis is seen in members of algae following haplontic life cycle. So out of these, how many are algae? Let me tell you. Funaria is not algae, it's a bryophyte. Markensia is also a bryophyte. Fucus and Chlamydomonas both are algae, but Fucus is an exception of, my dear students. In Fucus, diplontic life cycle is seen. So Fucus does not follow the usual pattern which most of the members of algae do. So most of the members of algae follows haplontic life cycle. This is the haplontic life cycle where zygote undergo meiosis to form haploid spores. Right, kids? Yeah. This is seen in the species of Chlamydomonas, but not in Fucus. Fucus has diplontic life cycle. That's an exception you need to remember. Next question was again, see, this question was also asked in NEET 2017. Life cycles of Ectocarpus and Fucus respectively are. So this is again an exception that you need to remember. Ectocarpus and Fucus both are examples of brown algae, but they are not going to follow the haplontic life cycle. Ectocarpus will show haplodiplontic life cycle and Fucus will show diplontic life cycle. So the right answer is B. So Ectocarpus show haplodiplontic life cycle, this one, right, and Fucus will show the diplontic life cycle. Is this clear, my lovely kids? Yeah, excellent. Azim, Amit, Savita. So that's all, my dear students, I wanted to discuss in this session. Till now, if you haven't subscribed to Infinity Learn, do consider subscribing. Do give me a thumbs up and also leave your valuable comments in the comment section, and do not forget to join the Infinity Learn NEET Telegram channel to get assignment, notes and daily update, and the link to join this channel is given in the description box. So that's all, my dear students. Thank you very much for listening to me. I'll be back with another session, my kids, on morphology of flowering plants. So that's all from this. Do not forget, this is a very important topic. Algae and gymnosperm are the most important topics as far as your plant kingdom is concerned. All the very best, kids, for your coming NEET 2022. Keep studying. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to me. That's all from this class.
channel. Take care one review.
Channel.